college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Game underway. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense comes onto the field first today. And there has been a lot of talk about this guy. Jesse, they say the farther away you line up from the football, the easier it is to play early. When you're as good as this dude, you're going to play no matter what.
Well, this offense knew he was good coming out of high school, but talking to their quarterback and their coaching staff before the game, David, they didn't know he was this good. He's made catches in practice. He's done things in scrimmage that is completely wowing everybody. Now the question, can he do it when the lights are on and everybody's watching?
And I think receiver is the best spot to transfer being a freshman. Like, it's not the biggest adjustment. These guys aren't so much bigger that you're going against. It's speed. He has the speed. He has the height.
There he goes.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. And the Yellow Jackets want to move quickly. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Georgia Tech. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program. But when you start, and the quarterback is toast back in the 35.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front seven and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So Alabama's offense will get the ball for the first time. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, I tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back from senior year too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, then he's obviously going to have a big year.
Makes the catch. And he's almost to that first down marker. They're saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. He'll throw on 3rd down. Got his man quickly. Quick step and go. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown time. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing that he's going to sit down when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab on the left. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And the Yellow Jackets are in the hurry-up. All right, guys, let's talk about Georgia Tech. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff. And the
Oh, he's got some space. Nice move. Just keeps moving. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
The Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Here comes that Alabama offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we could just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
Takes the handoff. It's Adkins. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. a return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Going right to work up top. Buys a little extra time. They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D-linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And the Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and look for room. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. He'll try the left side. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the first quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. On the run, it's Atkins. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Scrambling away. Finds his big tight end. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. It's complete to the right. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Under fire. Hit as he throws. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Looking to fire. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for them.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. The Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. And they've found no answer so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. Got his man downfield. Turning it on. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They'll try the run, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. So, guys, a missed opportunity to expand the lead, but still a 17-point cushion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the
pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. Pocket breaking down. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it it from the left side. And this one splits the uprights. That'll close the gap to 14. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. The give to the single back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll go to the ground. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Using his feet to buy time. Still on his feet at the 45. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw on 1st down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution.
The Tide offense rolls not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once.
Catch inside the 30 and still running. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bama! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they want. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They go to the ground. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. Tough physical run, stiff arm and all as they get it out to the 13.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Caught over the middle. It's Horn. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. And the Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt. And he's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. This offense has it with really good field position. From the gun, the ground game. There he goes.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Makes the catch. It's Soto. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass. It's complete on the right side. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. All wideouts, no backs. Wants to throw on first down. He unleashes a long one. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Got it behind the line. It's Lanier.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. He lofts one down the sideline. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, 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 please bring it back. Bring it back.
As a quarterback, Reese, you got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally, when you do, when you throw it harder, oftentimes you're a lot more accurate. All of a sudden now, you try to take something off, you're trying to throw the perfect spiral and cut the wind, and your accuracy goes down, and that was an example there. Errant throw on the interception.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Under fire. Looking for a big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
And that's a missed opportunity. I mean, he had him open. He could have thrown that football maybe with just a little bit more touch. He had plenty of mustard on it. You could see he threw a bullet. But sometimes when those guys are wide open, you see quarterbacks they try to aim it a little bit too much, and it'll come up short.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Pulls it in. It's 4. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They just keep firing. Takes the easy completion. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Dropping back, it's Banks. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
I think the thing that's so impressive about this defense, it's not just the athleticism and the ability to get to the quarterback, it's the variety in the ways they can do it. Sometimes it's a four-man rush, sometimes it's a three-man rush, sometimes it's all-out blitz. But with the speed they have, especially in that front seven, it has been a nightmare for this offense. They've given up sack after sack after sack in this game.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing.
Oh, he's got some space. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can shift.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
All right, offense, it's got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Get it out on the screen. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, this is a quarterback who's not known for his running ability, obviously. We've seen him make some great throws, but mobility, that's probably not on your bingo card. And you saw it right there. He gets brought down for the sack.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Wide open downfield. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. From their own 18-yard line, it's first down. Now they'll run the draw. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. The Tide with the 1st and 10. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Quarterback's just going to take a knee.
Well, you got to wonder about the play call there. 3rd and long, hoping to catch the defense off guard, napping, but they weren't fooled. They made a play, got the tackle for loss. Now you've got 4th in California.
They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.